Hello everyone and welcome to the first episode of Snapshot's Quick Kit Bash, episode 1. While I do recognise that in the comics this guy does have a mask on his face, in fact I'm a fan that grew up watching the cartoon, and really and truly I don't actually like the green on his face. So if we have a closer look of the head that we've got here, you can see that it was packed with a face that's got the green mask on it, which looks alright to some people, but for me personally I don't understand how you can see his teeth through a green mask. But it's a comic or a cartoon, so I suppose it doesn't have to make sense 100%, but that's what they've given us. So what I'm deciding to do is I'm actually going to paint it a flesh colour, so that I can actually get it to look like the Mac Gargan that I want. And I'm going to just do this very quick review, this very quick kit bash video, just to show you how I've done it, just in case you're thinking about doing that for yourself. Shouldn't take too long, but I'll show you the things that I'm going to use for this tutorial, and fingers crossed it will come out properly. So let's just set him off to the side. So in order to do this, the paint that we're going to use is this Citadel layer. It's called Kislev, Kislev Flesh, and this is a colour that someone in the Marvel Legends UK group had told me, but I cannot remember the person's name. If you're watching this video, shout out to you, just put your name in the comments below. So we're going to use that. We are going to use a little bit of masking tape, because customizing isn't really my thing, but I'm just going to use it so that I don't paint over the parts that I'm not supposed to paint over. What we're going to use is some very, very thin paint brushes. I'm probably either going to use like this one or this one, but a really, really thin sort of paintbrush to help us there. So what's nice about this figure, if I pop it off its head, is you can quite clearly see sort of like where the outline is, like in terms of like where you want the lines to go up to. So my plan is to paint all of this part here, the upper lip, the nose, and under the chin, so that part there. So I'm going to be probably just taping up the masking tape up to that crease or that line that goes down here. I hope it's showing up really well on the camera, but it's like literally right around there. And I'm going to do that, and I'm going to see how that feels. So I'm going to put the masking tape on. I'm going to do that off camera, and then what I might do is just show some footage of me painting it and then just speed it up. Oh, one last thing, I am going to get a nail file, and I'm going to file down a little bit of the chin and stuff, just to give the paint a little something to grip onto, because I have a feeling this is going to be a little bit too smooth and the paint's going to rub off of it. I'm going to try my very best not to go over the teeth. If I can, I'm going to cut out a bit of masking tape and just put it over there so I don't get any paint on the teeth at all, because I actually do want to paint his lips too. So hopefully that'll work, and we'll see what it looks like. Check back in a sec. So here's the head all taped up, roughly around the areas that I want. Just going to do a little bit of filing. This is the nail file that I'm going to use, just a lady's nail file that I got from Boots. It was £1. I guess if you're in the States watching this, you might not have a Boots. Well, you know what a lady's file looks like, you can get that. So I'm just going to sand down a little bit on the side here, just to give it something to hold on to. I'm not going to rub away too much, just going to do it just a tiny bit. My diorama is shaking in the background. Hope you guys are alright. You know, it's the 5th today, so I guess if you are watching this from the States, you'd have just had your 4th of July celebrations. Let me know in the comments what you did, how you celebrated. I really want to get out to the States at some point, and I think I might try and sink a trip so it coincides with the 4th of July. But but just need some tips as to where to go for it. I'm thinking New Orleans might be a good place to celebrate it. It's always, that seems to be a very cultural part of the US of A. I mean, obviously the big cities are, you know, tourist attraction and quite popular to go to, but you know, I wouldn't mind actually just going off the, I don't know if I should say this, but go off the beaten track a little bit. No offense to anyone who's from New Orleans or whatever, but I don't know, just kind of from the stuff that I've seen, I kind of get a good vibe about the place and stuff. So I think literally I've got it down to how I want it. I don't want to rub away too much. I can see there's some green here on the stick, so I've just literally just very lightly rubbed it in some places here. So the next thing I'm going to do is get some newspaper out, because I don't want to get my diorama messy, and then I'm gonna actually start painting it. So yeah, so I'll check back with you once I've finished doing that.
Taskmaster burst the bionic zit splitter. Breakneck speeds, we drown 10 pints of bitter. We lean all day and some say they ain't productive. Could that depend upon the demon that you're stuck with? Cause right now, I see clearer than most. I sit here contented with this cheese on toast. I feel the pain of a third world famine. Said wait, we count them blessings and keep jamming. Tis him, scumbag, scum of the earth. His worth was nil until he gained the skill of tongues. From 15 years young, straight to my greyback self. I stay top shelf material. Jerk chicken, jerk fish, breakaway slave bliss. Generate G's and then be stashing with the Swiss. Fools can't see this. Under your pistols, a fist full of hip-hop duns. I progression in the flesh. Esoteric quotes most frightening. Duppy took a hold of my hand while I was writing.
Okay, so here is our head. Needs a bit of tidying up and smoothing up here. You can see on the side. But all in all, the colour actually matches where the eyes are pretty well. I just need to smoothen it out a little bit. So I can see why he looks like a little bit bearded. It's because I put on too much paint in places. Like, I think I just needed just a tiny amount. I'd probably just need to, it'd probably be so much easier if I was doing this off camera, but kind of doing it for you guys' benefit, really. So really just trying to get sure I get in there nice and neat. I can tidy up the face. I don't think it's gonna be perfect, but it's gonna be perfect for me. It's my first one, and you know, with a bit of experience, you're only going to get better, right? So this paint here, luckily, because I hadn't sanded this side, this is what I meant. Because I hadn't sanded this part, it's easy for the paint to like flake off because it's got nothing to grip onto. So hopefully that won't happen with the chin, but to be fair, I can't really see many things rubbing on it. I might just need to go over with the file and just do little bits of these blobs here on the chin just to file it down a little bit and then touch it up with a lighter bit of paint. But to be honest, I think this face to me is pretty much done. I'm quite happy with that. I'm just going to tidy it up a little bit off camera because it's going to be easier for me to get closer to it and stuff and just make sure it looks clean. So I finished with him, painted him up. He looks like this, if you can see that. You just sort of focus for you. So yeah, really happy with the way he's come out. I know that if I was to do it again, I'd probably be a little bit easier on the paint. Like I did kind of apply it a bit thick in some of the places like that are on here. But you know, it's really come out good, I think. I'm really happy with that. I'm not a customizer by any stretch of the imagination, but you know, I've actually quite enjoyed just sitting down and just kind of going through. It was a little therapeutic. And I just watched the Spider-Man movie as well, which I thought was alright. Not great, but I thought it was alright. So yeah, so that's how he looks. And yeah, just kind of feels to me like he really fits that that style that I knew about Scorpion for the longest. Just before I close out, I just want to bring Hercules in here. And you know, I was really looking at Hercules and I kind of feel that Hasbro should have put Scorpion on this body. I think he's the right size, He's the right bulk, and he's not too tall, and I just feel as though this one would have been much better. This guy's alright, but he's very back heavy because of the stinger and the stuff that's on his back, and his legs and that just feel really weak to me. Like if you get him in the wrong angle, he falls down. It just feels really wobbly and stuff. And yeah, Hasbro, next time around, if you're going to give us a redo, just think about sticking him on that body. Anyway, gone on for long enough. Thanks very much. Hello everyone, and welcome to the first episode of Snapshot.